What's going on, YouTube family? This your boy Dreamcatcher 305 back once again with another video for the week. Today you're gonna get a 2 for $1. The first topic is gonna be about why college athletes cannot get paid, and the second topic is gonna be a Miami Hurricanes draft recap. Well, let's get right into it now. I strongly believe college athletes should get paid, just on the simple fact that they put in immense amount of work. Immense amount of hard work, especially football players. Football players put in, according to Forbes.com, put in an average of 43.3 hours of work, of grinding each week, prepping for a game, practice, etc., etc., etc. And the funny thing that comes to mind is that they put in more work than an average American citizen that works a regular 9 to 5. That is absurd. Because an average American citizen working a 9 to 5 is a 40-hour week, and a college football athlete put in 43.3 hours of work. On top of that, he had to focus on his classwork, making sure he's getting the right type of grades. He's making sure he's studying, going to study hall, this, that, and the third. That is so much pressure and so much work for an athlete to sustain. And then on top of that, being broke in college, because I can attest to it, because I am a college student, that when you're in college, you're broke. There's no way around it. You're going to be broke in college unless you come from a wealthy background. That's the only way you can be able to sustain in college. And I feel that these players should at least get paid $5,000 to $10,000 for the entire semester. Just cut them a check for $5,000 to $10,000 because the NCAA can afford it. It generates $11 billion in revenue just off these college players' backs. I'm shifting over to basketball. March Madness or any other tournament, they sign TV contracts. So whenever a game is aired on ESPN, whenever it's aired on any one of those states, even TNT, when March Madness come around, CBS, all these different networks, the NCAA get a portion of revenue from those TV contracts. And the most talk, and then on top of that, the most talked about rivalry in college basketball, the Duke Blue Devils and North Carolina Tar Heels, when Zion Williamson was there, which was a phenomenal basketball player. Some say the next LeBron James, but we'll wait to see. The average ticket price for that game was $4,670 for a college basketball game. What? So you mean to tell me people are spending almost $5,000 just for one game to see one man play? Of course, they see R.J. Barrett and those other guys. Yeah, but mainly Zion Williamson. The cheapest ticket there was $2,927. So you mean to tell these college athletes, NCAA, you can generate all this revenue, make all this money off my name, but I cannot receive a penny. But on the flip side, what you receive is a free education, free room and board. That is mind-blowing. That is really mind-blowing to me. And then these students, they miss classes. They miss classes due to away games, tournaments, and then now the college football playoffs have introduced itself and came to forefront in the college sports world. The college football national championship is always played on Mondays. The date may change, but it's always set in stone that it would be played on Mondays. So that means the teams that is in the national championship game, they're going to miss the first day of spring semester. And I'm pretty sure because their sporting event and their athletes, they get a little bit more leniency and a little bit more leverage. But typically, when you're registering for classes, it tells you must attend the first day or you will be dropped. But like I mentioned, since they're an athlete, and they're having a sporting event, so they have a little bit of leverage. They have a little bit more leniency than the regular just college student. That is absurd to me. And then on top of that, what makes it very mind blowing is that Alabama, just football program, not the entire athletics, generated $45.9 million. that is mind blowing that they can generate all this money, but these players have to suffer in silence and not receive food because, according to Arian Foster, when he did a segment for ESPN, he pretty much he'll play a game, come back to his room, he have no food in his dorm. How is that even possible? You just had 20, 30, 40, maybe 50,000 fans screaming your name, screaming for you, and then you go back to your dorm and you have no food. You don't have money in your pocket. So that causes players to go out there and do stupid things. That is unheard of. It doesn't make sense why these players cannot get paid. I strongly feel these players need to get paid at least $5,000 to $10,000 for the entire semester. Just cut them one big check, and these players will be fine. But now, transitioning over to the second topic, I wasn't too pleased. Of course, I was pleased with our guys getting drafted. Of course, their childhood dream becoming a reality. That's always a great thing. God bless them young men to be able to have a long, healthy career. But a lot of these picks should have went higher than they did. Jaquan Johnson went 6th round, which I don't know how in the hell he went 6th round. He should have at least been 2nd round at least. If not a 1st rounder, a 2nd rounder, or a 3rd rounder at least. Mike Jack went 5th round to the Cowgirls. Pretty good pickup, Cowgirls. Joe Jackson went 5th round to the Cowgirls. Travis Homer went 6th round to the Seahawks. That's a pretty good pickup. They get a dual threat running back. Jared Willis. That's crazy. That is unbelievable that he went undrafted. But he went to the Ravens, a great team to play for, especially always having one of the best defenses in the league. So I feel like he's going to thrive well in that defense. And then you had Redwine that went 4th round to the Browns. Hey, don't sleep on the Browns. The Browns raw. But let's get right into it now. It was surprising to see not one came and selected in the first 3 rounds. If we wasn't going to be 1st rounders, at least a 3rd round or a 2nd round, because we have 3rd round, 2nd round talent. The player that I feel that should have been the 1st round guy is Gerald Willis. Gerald Willis put on a stellar senior season, made plays all over the field, getting TFLs, getting sacks, stuffing the gaps, stuffing the run game. He made plays all over the field. An All-American, All-ACC All-American. I don't understand why his draft stocks dropped because of behavioral issues. Come on, man. He was at Florida before he transferred to the U. And he got into a little altercation with the quarterback. But come on, these young guys, these young men, they're going to make mistakes. I feel that's wrong on the NFL part, dropping his draft stock because of the mistakes that he made when he was younger. These are 19, 20-year-olds, some 21-year-olds just leaving their mom's house. Yeah, you're away from college. You're going to get into an altercation. It happens. It's life. We all make mistakes. Ain't nobody in this world is perfect. But to have this man go from being arguably 1st round pick, 1st round talent, to being undrafted, that's crazy. And then you have guys like Kareem Hunt and Greg Hardy, and the story goes on and on with guys that put their hands on women and this, that, and the third, and still receive a second chance to play in the NFL. But this young man got into an altercation with another man on his football team, and he was young and did some idiotic things, but he regretted and he moved forward and he put it past him, and this man goes undrafted. He's one of the best defensive linemen in this draft, if not the best defensive tackle, second to behind Queenan Williams. Queenan Williams, he's on another stratosphere, but Gerald Willis is right behind him. And you telling me this man couldn't go first round? He's not a first round talent? You got to be kidding me, man. But Jaquan Johnson for the Bills, they got to steal. They just got to steal in the draft. This man is a second round talent, if not a first round talent. They got a ball hawk safety, gonna come in there versatile, can be able to play nickel, corner, safety, whatever you want to put him as. He can be that for you. Come down in the box, play over top. He's gonna be everything for the Bills. You got Mike Jack for the Cowgirls, a good corner. Good pick by Dallas. I'm not gonna get mad. I cannot say anything. That's a good pick by him. Joe Jackson for the Cowgirls as well, another good pick. Teaming him with DeMarcus Lawrence teaming him with DeMarcus Lawrence, that's gonna be good for him coming off that edge. That's gonna be something. Travis Homer, pretty good running back. Or not a pretty good one, a good running back. Gonna be, I feel like he's gonna fit well with Russell Wilson and the other running backs that they have onto the team. Sheldrick Redwine. And these are just the notable players that got invited to the NFL draft, to the NFL combine, that I'm mentioning. There's many other guys that made team that got selected undrafted, that I wish them nothing but the best and the success. And I hope they make the 53-man roster. You have Sheldrick Redwine, who's gonna be fighting to get on that field. I believe he will, because Sheldrick Redwine is gonna make plays for the Browns. And then on top of that, you have Gerald Willis. He's gonna make. I strongly believe he's gonna make the 53-man roster, because this man is a dynamic defensive lineman. He's gonna get to the quarterback. He gonna make number plays for you. This your boy Dream Catcher 305. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And remember, 2 for $1, baby.